What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out Prime1Studio's JETWING Optimus Prime. Now this is from Dark of the Moon, which is my favorite Transformers movie. Now Optimus was in this form for approximately maybe 12 seconds. He did have one cool scene for about 7 of those seconds, and then he got caught in some wires because he was getting shot at. So the form itself is very cool looking. The 3-second scene was really cool of him, shooting at Shockwave. Nevertheless, the statue is amazing looking. So Prime 1 has previously done the Jet Power, which is from Revenge of the Fallen at the very end of the scene when he basically absorbed that other Autobot, and he was able to get wings, and then he battled Megatron and his master for a good, let's say, 2 minutes. Now that particular statue, I do like it. I don't love it. I don't like the fact you have to use rods to hold it, otherwise it'll fall. And it's just very museum-like, standing so stiff. Now this one went completely opposite direction. It's actually a dynamic pose, which, as you know, I'm a big fan of dynamic poses. I just think they tell such a better story. They're so much more interesting to look at. So the dynamic pose, the super detailed base, and the third thing I really like about this is you can still see Optimus perfectly good. On the other one, I feel like Optimus is lost in the jet power. There's just so much going on, where this one, the main things you see is Optimus holding his 2 guns and then the giant wings in the back. That's about it. But everything else, you can still see Optimus quite well. You can see the pose he's in, as if he's almost flying. Obviously, he's still standing on both legs on some rubble. But then he has the 2 Shockwave drillers right there and in the back attacking him, plus the middle thing that's trying to come at him. So extremely cool pose, very dynamic, very ambitious of Prime1 Studios. But I do really like how you can still see Optimus perfectly, even though it's a dynamic pose, and he's not lost in the whole wings and his guns. The only switch outs is going to be the portrait. So you have the battle mask and the normal head. Although I feel like this, because it's action pose, you have to pretty much purely only display the battle mask, because he's not going to be showing his normal face. So if I get this, then that's what I would do. I'd never display the normal head. It'd always be battle mask. Now, if you order from Prime 1, you get a little Transformer Dark of the Moon plaque, which is pretty cool, because this actually doesn't have an Autobot logo like Shockwave did. So this is meant to be sort of a companion to Shockwave. So very freaking cool. The details are absolutely outstanding, as always with Prime 1. Just looks freaking amazing. And he does have light ups inside his guns and his jetpack and his eyes. And even his waist lights, just like my version has it. So this thing is a beast. It's 41 inches tall, 40 inches wide, and 67 centimeters deep. So although part of the width is going to be those wings, because the base is definitely not 40 inches wide. The base looks probably more like 33 or 34 inches is my guess. And so here's all the light ups. So very cool light ups, although light ups inside guns when they're pointed down, or the jet things in the back, you never see them unless it's on a middle display, and it's really meant more for the museum things. Us normal collectors are going to have this against a wall, and you'll never see the light up after you initially set it up. Yeah, so I would only display the head on the left, 100%. But definitely, without a doubt, one of their most ambitious Transformers, if not the most ambitious, I would say. Extremely cool, though. The light ups do look pretty cool in that jet wing in the back. So very, very cool. I definitely absolutely love this. Now, they did have a comparison to Shockwave I wanted to see. There's just so many photos. There it is. So Shockwave is 33 inches tall, 34. His base is about 34 inches wide, 30 inches deep. And as you can see, the base is maybe a tad bit smaller than Shockwave's, but it'll definitely have almost as much presence. I feel like Shockwave still has slightly more presence because of how girthy he is, but I do feel like Jetwing is like 5% less overall. I think he'll be pretty much as impressive as Shockwave. So I bought Shockwave for $3,000. It's one of my favorite statues in my collection. And so I think Jetwing will be equally as impressive and become a top 5 favorite statue in my collection. Now, this is not a cheap statue. As you saw, the price is $36.99. In addition, this does ship down here in 3 boxes. So we don't know the edition size, but I'm sure it's not going to be too much. It also weighs 120 pounds, so about as much as Shockwave. I don't see any rods supporting him, although I think the way they did it is they have this right there. That thing right there, it's like rubble is holding Optimus to support him, so they don't have to use just like a metal rod, which was super big eyesore in my opinion of the last Jet Power. So I definitely think this is leagues better than the Jet Power. Honestly, I feel bad for people that bought the Jet Power, especially when they paid aftermarket price, and then Prime 1 releases this far superior one in every possible way. A way better movie and way better pose, base, and overall look. Now, for me, am I going to get it? Now, shipping was over $500 ordering direct through Prime 1, and I will not order through a retailer who's going to take 10 months and charge more in shipping, so I won't even consider a retailer. Sideshow shipping would probably be slightly cheaper. Although I remember, if I was to guess, Sideshow shipping would probably be $250 to $300. But then they charge $250 to $300 in tax, so you're not going to save any money. You get rewards through them both, but Prime 1's rewards you get instantly once it ships. So I'm going to say that ordering direct is still the best. In addition, you get that plaque of Transformers 3, which I would want. Now, am I going to order it? I'm leaning towards yes. I think I'll probably pre-order this. I'm going to make a separate video on how I'll do this, because obviously this is monstrously huge, and I'd want it next to Shockwave. I'd want those two as my 2 grand masterpiece grails in my Transformer collection. And I'd have to move Dark of the Moon Optimus, which I will not sell, because I will never sell that. I would just have 2 versions. I will make a separate video on that, but I believe I do plan to go ahead and order this. I think it's just an absolute grail. Like for me, if I had to decide between like this and Queen.Studio's Hulkbuster or Queen.Studio's Selena Kyle Catwoman, this to me is just far better for me, for my collection. This is the one I want. This is the one I've been eyeballing. I'm just like, oh my effing gosh, that's grail. So, I definitely love those two. Those other two, don't get me wrong, but this is the one that's really screaming to me. So it's not shipping till end of next year, so I got plenty of time to save up. The deposit's $300. So I'll probably throw a deposit down to today or tomorrow, waiting on some stocks. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. I think anyone who gets it is going to be super happy. It is quite pricey, but you got to remember, Shockwave came out multiple years ago for $3,000. Jet Power was $3,200, and this one's definitely more impressive than Jet Power. But yeah, production and costs have increased since then, so I don't think Prime 1's trying to rape you by any means. I still think this price is decently fair considering what you're getting. Anyways, let me know your thoughts and comments below. I don't see how they can top this for a Transformer statue, to be honest. I think this and Shockwave are just the 2 ultimates. Now, if I get this, I might also get the new Megatron as well. I was thinking of getting him. We will see. Anyways, folks, let me know your thoughts and comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.